This is Ice King requesting core support from the Gravediggers HQ. Please send help, send help. And where is Commander Vargus?
Hey everyone, Ice King here, and welcome back to another unboxing video on the channel. Today we have the Gravediggers Core expansion set. And this is a pretty sweet box set I sent over by SFG, so thank you all so much for that. I appreciate it. Today we'll be going over the models. If you want to skip to them, just go look down below. Timestamps for each unit is down below. But at the end, there will be a voting time and a link to Steamforge's Discord. You get to help me choose how to paint my army in color and style. So stick around for that. And let's get into the unboxing. Here we are with this awesome box. Fully painted models, fantastic box art from the Core expansion box. They're crushing this art. On the back, we have some more cool art that I'm a big fan of, getting these like close-up, like textured vibes here. And we have some more here. I'm not reading that. I'm not good at reading, but you guys can read that. Pause for y'all. There you go. And get into the real box. As with most of these boxes, they come in 4 boxes of models, and we'll see if all 4 have stuff in them. They all feel like they have models in them, so that's a good thing. Here we are with our first bag. This appears to be the Gravedigger Rangers. So yes, I am correct in guessing that. We got 5 models, all pretty fun poses. Let me get you zoomed in. So we all are zoomed in. Very little support cleanup on these models to actually have to do anything with. There's like virtually nothing, not even a lot of support leftover marks. Just a few, but nothing crazy. Detail on the face is pretty good. Yeah, you just have these few supports right there that just like pop off with your fingernail. Let's see if I can get you zoomed in on these faces. Yeah, that detail is pretty sweet. Very well detailed models. Nothing, no breaks, no nothing. Couple supports on this guy, but nothing major. And that's the Rangers. He has a little bit of a bend, as you can see. But if you guys ever have this problem, run it under a sink with hot water, kind of just gently pull on it as you feel it start to give. And then once you can let them dry like flat, so it kind of dries flat, or you can put it under cold water and reset it like that. Super easy to fix. This appears to be the Mage Hunter, another unit of the, the second unit of the Rangers. Silly me. 2 different Rangers and 2 different each, and 10 different poses overall. That is awesome to have. Good unit variety. I love how this guy's gun is like not upside down, but the mag looks like it is. There's probably a gun that's like that in real life that I'm just not familiar with. This one's aiming down the scope. No bend there. Pretty solid overall. Big fan of this pose. No craze, no bend or anything, but just this pose is very dynamic. She's got the wrench. Overall, these look sweet. Box numero doso comes with 3 bags. This appears to be one of the jacks. So this is the blocker jack, or one of the heavy airdrop cards that you can see. And this is one of those ones you could just drop in every turn. Or not every turn, silly me. All right, we have our first heavy. Oh, as I drop it a little bit. A couple more supports here on the underside right there. Nothing crazy. Very little actual marks from the print supports that you actually have to clean up. These print qualities recently have been pretty phenomenal with all the Gravediggers so far. We can check the pole for any warpage. A little bit. You could even argue it's not there. Like, that is fantastic. And overall, I'll take that. I'll take that. Getting a little risky here. They go together with just socket joints, super easy. You will probably have to shave out a little bit of that or this to get this to fit flushly. This is the heavy airdrop jack. This is the blocker. Huge fan of these airdrop jacks. And it's the idea of just dropping this thing. It has a shotgun in your face and says, deal with me. Pose is also super cool. Very simple, very easy. Onto what appears to be another jack. The other heavy airdrop jack. Onto the other airdropped jack. Different faces. Let me get that zoomed in for you. There we go. So you see the big differences there. This guy's got like a visor. He's got like two like armor plates over his eyes. Overall, fairly similar, if not, yes, exactly the same. I wonder if you could swap the arms. So this is the one that came in the second bag. It appears you can, which makes sense. So yeah, you definitely can swap the arms if you want to. It's a thing you could do if you just like the look of the head on one more than the other. I'm all here for it. This one looks to come with a trench weapon in like a pretty like angry coming at you pose. Always fun to see the dynamic poses. And now with the alt arms, you could probably print and repose these to match this, because they look pretty similar to the light jack arms. Let's see, where's my light jack arms? So here's a normal light jack arm that's primed white versus a normal, the heavy airdrop arms. Little different. You could do some conversion work, I'm sure, and make these fit, especially with the STLs now. You could just like fit the mold to have a little bit of a beefier shoulder. And then you could have that. Converters will have a field day with this, is what all I'm saying. All right, on to the next bag. Editing Ice King here. Let me know if you want to see me try to get the normal light jack arms on. And here is the guy that was missing in the beginning of the video that I needed support from. Ooh, he has 3 pieces. Commander Vargus. So pretty easy push fit on the arms. Oh, that's very, yep, that just slots in there. Right there, and you are good. Oh, look at that, it even holds itself. You'll need to make sure that gap is filled. But that's it. And then the gun, how does this ammo belt go? Ah, this is where the box art would come in handy, because we have that. Yep, so it just goes into the gun and then wraps up to this connection point right here. You can see where the gun bullets kind of line up, and then it just goes into the gun like that. It even holds itself in place. That is fantastic. He looks awesome. I think I like him more than the Ult Sculpt, just because he feels a little bit more like in your face. The other one's just like standing up here like, I'm cool. This guy's like, I'm gonna blow you to bits. Sound effects. Blah, 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 blah. There's Commander Vargus. On to box number 3. Feels a little lighter than the other ones. 2 bags. There's a lot to this box, as I am realizing. Here's your Trollkin Sniper. Big old one piece. Big old boy. Look at him. He got big old shoulders. I want shoulders like that. Trollkin Sniper. Up on some bricks, which will probably go pretty well with the 3D printed bases. As with most of this box, very minimal supports. You can just kind of, my fingernails are cut, so I can't get in there. But, excuse me, you can pop those off super easy. Detail is phenomenal on these. All these pouches, water canteen, this shovel, the trusty shovel for any trencher. I'll get you some good old face details real quick so you can see that. The eyes are there even. So all you detail painters will be having a field day with this. Yeah. I just like how he's got that ugly mug, the lips a little higher on one side. That's sweet. This appears to be just the Mantlet, which is just a droppable defense. Comes with its base. Nothing fancy. Very simple. I like the tarp here on the ground, like it was airdropped in. That's a really cool detail. That like this fell out of the sky and the cloth's still there. I like that a lot, actually. That's cool. And then you could add like terrain to the outside here, like some dirt, and then you just don't add it on the inside because the inside was inside of the airdrop. Man, they thought of everything. I'm geeking out over here. This is a cool set. I'm very excited for this army. Box number 4, which is extra foam and 2 baby bags, which will probably be the UA, which I think we have left, and the range command mage. Gravedigger gun mages. That's what they're called. I've been having this thing of I'm not looking at these until I'm ready to play them. So there's gun mage number 1. These guys are awesome. Their rules are silly. They work really good with Kane. I'm very excited to get these out. This box does come with one of them. It seems like a lot of people are running 2 of them, so you might want to pick up an extra box when you buy your core box, just so you have 2 units of them. Tactical Rock McGee, big fan, big fan. They did a good job of making the Tactical Rock feel pretty dynamic with his pose and his gun. And these are actually your Empower bots too. So these rangers that output a pretty amount of decent damage with Heartseeker are also your Empower bots. That is awesome. They cost 4 points for 3 guys with Heartseeker on their gun. They're pretty good. She's got some really cool hair detail. I like that, how like they did a good job of showing the flow of the braid. Yeah, big fan. And lastly, but not least, what's in this box? I don't know. Oh, this is the UA for the commandos. No, this is not a UA. This is the machine gun, who comes in 3 parts. Pretty easy assembly there. Yeah, so this just comes in a part, and then it hooks up to that, like that. And then this hooks into the side of that, like that. And it is hard to show you all, and we will skip to some B-roll footage right now as I talk about this. We have them all built up on the base. Very easy assembly. All these multi-part resin pieces that go together, they go together pretty intuitively and pretty much flawlessly in terms of fitment and like alignment on everything. And flipping back to my camera, I don't know what it is, like just this detail on this rope here is actually like super crisp. Big fan of that. I don't know, the resin details, a lot of them are just super crisp. The lines are super clean. It's gonna make for some very good painting. So yeah, that is your Gravediggers Core box. that's the core box. I hope you guys enjoyed the content and just some notes, an overview and final thoughts. This box is pretty sweet. I can't deny that. I don't know what it is. I was putting together the trenchers for the B-roll, as you just saw, and the scale of the humans, I don't know if that makes sense, just like the actual like proportions of the models to the other guys, they feel like trenchers. They feel real. It's like, which is something that's very hard to do for a game that's not real in a sci-fi steampunk universe. Like when you put the troll next to a trencher, the scale is different. Oh, focus on them. And like the size difference is there and it feels real. And maybe I'm just a little skewed from playing Dreadguard Cav for the past like year. And those are just juiced up undead elves. But like even the Rangers, they have like these big flowy capes that make them feel a little bit larger. But then when you hold the model, you're like, nope, that's still, he fell off his base. Ignore that. They feel like a human. They still feel like they should. And Vargus is just, I think he's just jacked. I think we can just accept he's jacked and has a giant armor and a giant gun. Well, what is the saying? Walk gently and carry a big stick. I'm sure somebody in the comments below can tell me that's correct. I don't know. This box is awesome. The small little details that really sell it on being a trench army, that like they really feel right. The models just feel like they belong in the environment that they are meant to be. And yeah, overall super happy. Special thanks to Steamforge Games for sending this box again. That is awesome. Glad I could get this out to y'all. And yeah, this is just pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with them. I'm excited for the project. Now on to the big part. All right, on to the announcement part. This is where you, as a viewer, can affect how I paint my army. This is pretty fun, a little nerving, because we'll see how you guys vote on what colors we get. But I couldn't decide how to paint them. I'm like, there's too many schemes, too many ideas. But I had some help, and we came up with a couple colors. And then you, as a viewer, get to go to the Steamforge Discord, go to Showcase, which is probably right there on the screen right now, and go to my most recent post, which you can search Ice King Gravedigger Vote, and you can select how we paint. And I want to walk through some of the color schemes here. First off, we have classic Smurf Marines. Feels kind of obvious. I wanted to do the retro colors, like the goblin green bases, and the really punchy yellows, bright white undercoats. That's what I wanted there. Really punchy colors. Go back to like that classic heavy metal style. Pitch black Mountain Dew. We know I like sodas here. I like Monster. That's in my blimp. So I wanted to keep the theme with the pitch black. I really like the purple, the black, and the green. I'll probably do some kind of star effect. Like I'll flick on white paint onto the black panels to make it look like a galaxy. For you Simpson fans out there, this is the Flying Hellfish themed model. I am not a Simpsons person. That was never been my favorite show, but Tyrants on the Field, Joe, looking at you, recommended me to do this one. So this is the color scheme that came out of that one. Dark red, army green, and probably a dark neutral silver as the undertone. So this one is probably the most steampunk one. And depending on how you guys vote for color scheme and like painting style, this one could be either the easiest or the hardest. Probably still going to be the hardest. The browns and the different colors are supposed to be copper and brass. So very steampunky with like the greenish yellow glow. Classic, oh, what do you think of steampunk? I think of gears, I think of brass. And the browns in this picture don't do it justice, but try to imagine that as copper brass. This one's based off the BDU uniform or just any military uniform. If you have a suggestion that isn't the BDU camo, let me know in the comments below. This one will probably have, on the jacks at least, we'll have some real life like blotch camo or digicam of some sort. I don't know, digicam's a little extreme. I probably will just use stencils of some sort and get that knocked out. All right, last one, and I don't want to sway your vote at all, but this might be my favorite, just saying, the Star Wars Snowtrooper one. And I wanted a theme out of the ones that you guys could choose from that was snow themed in a way, that was trench themed in a way, and the Hoth. I remember playing Battlefront 2, and I'll play a quick little clip right here. Just like you're running up there, it's just you versus the world. You have the scenic battle around you. Just felt right to have that as one of the options. And now I can really push that, like what it feels like to be in like the grunt, like the dirty, muddy snow troop. So that's the plan with this, is to go super weathered if I can. They've been in the battle for hours already, days, weeks, if not even. And that's how I really am excited for this. So the red glow would be like the laser blasters, obviously. with all of these, don't think which one am I going to like more. Pick which one you want the most, because all of these I can find something to learn from. All of these are fun in some different way. I really was confused on which one to pick, and I really wanted your guys' help to pick this one. So vote in the Discord as much as you can. Share this out as much as you can. I want as many people voting on this, so when I bring it to convention, you could be like, you were a part of choosing that army. And I will leave you on one final note, and not to and I said I don't want to sway your vote, but I had the crazy idea earlier today. Boom Boom McCoy's rules dropped today, and I was like, there's walkers in Gravediggers. There's also walkers in Star Wars. We could have walkers in Gravediggers as AT-ATs. I'm just saying, that's a pretty sweet idea. See you later.